Good morning, ja. Welcome to Caribbean Weather Dude YouTube channel. Ja. Gebrouw. Good day. Good dag. Okay. Joey only, Caribbean Weather Dude here, Wells, BC, 3,953 feet above sea level. It is still a very snowy world out there in Wells. As you can see, it gets pretty boring for a guy like me all March long, just sitting around, twiddling thumbs, waiting for something weather-wise to happen. Well, something weather-wise happened this weekend. We spent a lot of time talking about it here in the channel, and a lot of time talking about it in the Facebook, and a lot of time talking about it on all the group chats I'm on with all the other weather nerds from all across the world. Man, it was a pretty crazy tornado outbreak last weekend. And again, when I make a headline on a video that says something like "people will die," the reason why I'm doing that's because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, people. I don't know how long I got to be doing this for before you realize, like, Joey, he's a crazy guy up in the mountains, yeah, but he absolutely knows his shit. He doesn't spread lies or crap or innuendo or just, I don't say things just to get likes and clicks, and I'm not trying to be clickbait. I mean, I'd like to be clickbait without trying to be clickbait. Like, I'd like if people are like, hey, there's Joey, share his stuff. Yeah, okay. So next funnel system's going to slide up the BC coast towards the Yukon, Alaska Panhandle, and all that kind of place. A little bit of effects by Wednesday, probably interior. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at all that today and more. Okay, there it is.
This is bad news.
My God.
Falling out right now.
Anything could happen.
Get on!
Wow. I'll watch the video later.
They try mopping this. Lots of naders last weekend. So far now, we got reports of 91 naders. Got 166 hail reports. We got 177 wind gust reports. But yeah, crazy stuff, man. One of the deadliest tornado outbreaks in recent years took place over the last 3 days with 47 fatalities, I'm hearing now. Over 66 naders, and at least 7 EF3 naders, 2 EF4 naders. And there's a nader that they're looking at that might be an EF5 already. So they're sending engineers down there to assess, and that's usually the first sign. I think the last time they did something like that was the Moore, Oklahoma tornado. That was 2013. Okay, so nader outbreak last weekend. We got a new system coming through that's going to make for some weather in the States, but I don't think we're going to get quite the same thing we had last weekend. Now, that real strong Gulf flow of super warm, super moist air is just not there. Okay, next topic. What's on the bad news battle board today? So the big news in Canada today is that our big storm that made all the naders last weekend's moving off towards the East Coast. It's moving on out, although there is some blizzard warnings. Looks at Arviat there, got a blizzard warning going on there. As a Madeline Eskers area up here too. Blizzard warning for them. Whale Cove, blizzard area, sure. Got some flash freezing through Quebec. Meanwhile, in south end of Gaspésie, freezing rain warning. Heavy rainfall down there in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, 60 mils up to New Brunswick, and maxing out at 45 mils in Nova Scotia. Not much else in the bad news battle board. A little bit of a calm, quiet day for BC. Flurries are happening out there, but nothing noteworthy in terms of warnings. All the interesting stuff in Canada this weekend's also related to that. We got some record daily maximum temperatures that came as the warm sector of that storm fed its way up towards the East Coast. We had Edmundston there, Edmundston, New Brunswick, which just over the Quebec border there, 16.2 was the high they set there. Kuchabugiak, good. I always love when I have a reason to say Kuchabugiak. Kuchabugiak had 16.6 degrees. They have been keeping records in Kuchabugiak since 1924. The old record in Kuchabugiak was 14.4 in 2010. I love Moncton's not near as fun to say as Kuchabugiak. They had 16 degrees there as well. They've been keeping records in Moncton since 1881. Now we head over to Nova Scotia, where we got some similar things to talk about, like at Antigonish. Apparently that's how you say it, Tracadie, Antigonish. It's not Antigonish. Everybody has been wondering for a long time, what's a Gonish? Why are they against Gonishes there? But no, it's Antigonish. You got to say it the right way. Cheticamp, 15 degrees. Ingonish, 14. Kentville, 18.2. Port Hawkesbury, 18.1 degrees. That's pretty warm weather, man. That's pretty freaking warm weather. In terms of Quebec, holy summary of freezing rain. Here's I don't want to read all that shit. So go to Environment Canada if you want to know. But look at that, warm temperatures, and it's not that warm temperatures that help make this storm system so fierce. The cold on the backside, the warm on the front side. Oh, San Anisette got 19.2, almost up to a 20-degree day somewhere in Canada this weekend. Wow. There, I just realized my face was like in the way of everything. I'm having a hard time with my face being in the way of everything today, people. I'm really sorry. I gotta like look, not just talk, but look before you talk. Oh, how can you talk without looking? As the ridge establishes itself over the south coast and BC interior on Tuesday, a Pacific weather system will approach the north coast, bringing snow to the area. The Pacific weather system will approach the south coast on Wednesday, bringing precipitation and strong mountaintop winds to the coastal ranges. The ridge will remain in place over the interior on Wednesday. Yeah, so we're not going to get too much snow out of all this snow in the interior. A little bit of a coastal show. Yeah, a little bit of a instability inland maybe again at times later this week. Yeah, maybe the odd flurry or two. Nothing crazy happening. Nothing crazy. Here it comes. Boof. Southern BC taking a little bit. Yeah, southern BC, southeastern BC. So Wednesday, Thursday-ish, you might be seeing that more and more. Let's get the details on that now. We're here to get the details. That's what we're doing here. And by the weekend, oh yeah, snow by the weekend, by the way. Flurries near the valley bottoms today. Flurries near the valley bottoms up and down. So, yeah, you can see some flurries today, okay? Scattered flurries today. Freezing levels near 800 meters, 1,200 meters over the southwest ranges. Highly variable snowfall rates due to convective flurries with the risk of thunderstorms. So that's what I've been talking about lately. I've been talking about the sun gets through there a little bit, warms the air, and then the air starts to rise, and you get these afternoon convective squalls. And it's like thunderstorm behavior, even though it's not thunderstorm. They're not sometimes, though, they do throw a flash of lightning. Occasionally, they throw a spark. Not out of the question. If you're watching my shorts yesterday here on the YouTube or on Facebook, you would know what I'm talking about. It's in the BC interior. Scattered flurries for the interior ranges today here, like in Wells, as the ridge builds offshore. Light accumulation. I mean, it's literally, you can't even see the snow. It's so small. It's like this really fine mist powder snow falling down right now. Freezing levels will peak near 1,400 meters this afternoon across the southern interior ranges. Must be nice. Must be nice. I don't feel like we're getting above zero here today, but maybe we'll see. It's pretty cloudy right now. I got to get that sun through here to get anything happening. And so far, no. So far, no. Anyways, for tonight, what are we looking at in the BC interior? Scattered flurries for the interior ranges tonight. Light accumulation and much of the same thing so south coast as well. Freezing levels near 1,200 meters. No big deal. Okay, well, that's enough for now. Oh, man, I'm so super annoyed. I've had to reshoot 3 segments today because my face was in the way. Like, all I got to do is go to this other screen and make sure that my face isn't in the friggin' way. Hello, get your face out of the way, stupid idiot weather guy on YouTube. Okay, now my face out of the way. Time to reshoot this segment for the second time. Many segments I've been reshooting. Okay, there we go. So there's a storm that was the big Nader storm this weekend. The big Nader storm is up there, 972 central low pressure, big all-time low, and branching off, kind of making its own separate low now. Visiting the East Coast, you can see severe weather went through Florida last night. Lots of lightning out there. Low pressure starting to develop in the interior of the continent. Going to make another round of nasty weather this week, although I don't think we're going to see anything like that tornado outbreak we just had. No, not at all, because we don't have that Gulf flow. Right now, the high pressure is a bit of a block, steering things away, in behind a little bit more than it wants to be. So that is happening. That's the case. But still, that will develop. That'll bring some heavy snow into the Great Lakes area, more or less, eventually when it does. Mostly cloudy through the prairies today. Mostly cloudy in BC. A little bit of flurries through southern BC. And here's our next low-pressure system. It's riding the highs right towards the BC. It's going to take a little bit of a ride up towards the north, though, which means we're only going to get slapped at for a little while before the precipitation increases this week. Okay, let's get on to... I'm going to do this all faster now because I'm so irritated at myself. I really am. Luckily, there's a bit of a warm-up coming this week. It is -3 right now. It's been cold forever. I'm sick of it. I'm totally sick of it. Look at these nasty conditions. You don't want to be out there, but I don't think hardly anybody is right now. Maybe a few people, I guess, live out that way. That's heading itself kind of heading towards Greenland there. Anyways, southern BC today. What are we looking at this afternoon? What are we looking at there? A little bit of snow in southeastern BC, sure. Maybe some convective flurries. Nothing showing up here in terms of We're not seeing any lightning flashes or whatever because it's basically completely unpredictable. We have no idea when you get these kind of sparks fly. You just get these. The sun warms the ground up, drives a little bit of convection, and makes these individual popcorns that once in a while throw a spark of lightning. Very hard to predict exactly when and where that could happen. Anyways, you see that flow established in itself Tuesday, moving up towards Kitsault. Now, there's going to be some pretty nasty weather if you're on the coast, I think, this week. I mean, all in all, this tail, this low, although it's not a very strong or well-defined low, but it's got a bit of an atmospheric river-like tail in behind it, this comma, the appendage of it behind. And here's our low developing in the U.S. right now. As you can see, it's not quite set up the way the last one was. What do we got? Lots of heat coming up into it, but don't have quite the same cold to feed on. No, not at all. As we got some warmer days kind of breaking in the afternoons. And, oh, man, I need this. I need this so bad. I need to see. There it went away as soon as I zoomed in. But in the afternoon, we are seeing on Tuesday that warm up because we're bringing, what you can tell here is we're bringing this warm air and a little bit warmer in the interior. Okay, now we go past this and we go back to into that. So that beginning to affect Haida Gwaii a little bit by Tuesday. By Tuesday, watch this is going to start sliding in. Look at some of these strong winds. Strong winds here. We're talking heavy gusts, 47K down the line, looking at 58, 60s, but that's just solid, steady winds, okay? So that's your steadies. You know that your wind gusts are going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good, yeah. So Terrace, you might take a little bit of snow there on Tuesday afternoon, evening. Not out of the question. Northern BC, seeing a little bit of flurries. I think the Coast Mountains more stacking up on you there. Temperatures still fairly in line with what we've been seeing. -7 in Williams Lake overnight, -4 Prince George. A little colder in Williams Lake than Prince George. That'd go figure. That we'll see if that happens. Here comes this whole tail of the trough straight into Haida Gwaii. Okay, what are we looking at Wednesday in the morning? We'll take a jump over here to wind gusts just to see what we're looking at, and then I'll hit the wrong thing just to confuse myself and make it all worse, because that's what I do. I'm all about making things as hard as possible. 100-kilometer gust, talking 85. So, I mean, batting the hatches, you know the deal. You know the deal because you've been living in Haida Gwaii a long time, and you know the deal. The deal is bad weather is going to happen all the time. And here's another one of those all the times. It's coming for you again. So back to the rest of the province, nice and clear to start Wednesday for all yous in the south there. Yeah, -6, -9 Williams Lake. But here's the good news. So this is going to bring that temperature. It's going to start dragging some warmer air up. You might even see a Chinook in Alberta by the end of the week. Can you imagine that? That'll be so nice. Here's our low pressure system that we were talking about, 987. Not nearly as deep or low as last time. You're not seeing that frontal boundary with a whole line of thunderstorms developing. Just not the right conditions. Not enough warmth in front. Although it's pretty warm, that sector, actually. Wow. So, I mean, I won't be surprised if some change happens here in the forecast. Like, wait, we were wrong. Tornado outbreak. And I mean, there is possibility of that. But all in all, I think we're looking at a better situation, more or less. The Great Lakes area, Ontario, you're going to get pretty whack. So check your local Ontario-based weather people on the YouTube or on the Facebook and this and that. So by Thursday morning, starting to see some snow moving into through BC and considerable on the Coast Mountains. So if you're driving through the Duffy Highway, I think in places like that on Thursday morning, gross. Going over the Rogers Pass going to be bad. Going through Highway 3 going to be bad. Going 16 a little better maybe than the South Way. I think the Highway 3 looking particularly promising for gross weather Thursday first half of the day. For the interior, not bad. Kamloops was 10 degrees. Say it so. Okay, yeah, come on, bring that nice Hawaiian tropical weather. Oh, as soon as I it's just doing things to me today that are funny. As soon as I go to click on it, it's turns and not 10 degrees, 7 degrees. Oh, look at that through the Alberta side. BC side looking nice and warm. Chinook time. Looking forward to it. We need it. Just a little weak low there, moving through Manitoba later in the week, sure. Yeah, that tail, up and down the coast is going to get really drenched this week. So here's kind of the funny part is like, you could be in Williams Lake and think that the world's perfect all week. It's nothing's happening at all. Seattle, you're going to be seeing some of that precip. Portland, finally, it will kind of make its way on down to you later in the week. Yeah, it will. I had some good thunderstorms down there the last bunch of days. Even had a tornado in California during this last outbreak. And I think we said 66 tornadoes so far confirmed. I think we just saw right on Max Velocity's page there. And one of them at least is in California, I'm pretty sure. Heavy precip Friday evening, supper time. Southern BC is going to be really bad Friday. I think if you want to have travel plans, count Friday out, because by the time you get into Saturday, maybe you're going to see a little bit of improvement. Again, we're a few days out, so these things can change by 6 or 8 or 10 hours. I think all in all, the general outlook isn't going to change a whole lot. No, we're in that general troughiness, as they said. But into the weekend, looking a little bit of a better, a little bit of improvement for Saturday. Too bad we couldn't keep those really nice warm temperatures we were having earlier in the weekend. Okay, now that I've shot almost everything on this video like 5 times, I'm going to go and edit it now, and then after I edit it, bash my head off a wall for about 10 hours. Or more or less, yeah. So, anyways, I gotta thank a few people because you're keeping me going. So first of all, Sandra Dean, who every month, I mean, it's on. I know people throw in $5 or $10, and you don't think it's very much, but it all adds up to me, and it's like how I've kept my empire going. Helen Chatterley, thank you for the great, and same with you, Debbie Nelson. You guys don't know how much I'm in need of it right now. I mean, seriously, I'm trying my best to just be a YouTuber, the best I can. And Ian, he sent some stuff to my PayPal, and I don't like giving out my email address much, but people have been asking for it. And if you're watching, JoeyOnlyOutlawBand@gmail. Okay, Arnold. There you go. As well as if you want to come see me at Ignite the Arts Festival this month, please do. Come down to Penticton, and you can get tickets for the entire weekend, 20% off if you use the promo code Caribou Weather Dude, all one word. Shelly DeSottles, thank you for becoming a new Patreon member. Really appreciate that. We need to spend a time here and go through channel members and thank some of them. But I just want to show you, not to whine or complain or whatever, because I managed to get through an entire winter. Before I got to this point. And that's, really promising for the future. The fact that every day people are unsubscribing because they're like, oh, that guy's a crazy man. Well, of course I am. I'm a Caribou fucking mountain weather weirdo. You come to this channel expecting like a balanced, normal human being like that you see at the fucking bank in Vancouver. No, that's not what you're getting here. You're getting a mad redneck hillbilly freak philosopher. That's what I do. Anyways, I managed to get through the entire winter since fire season without dying and still been able to pay my child support, keeping the things running. Fire season's a little ways away. I'm getting a little scared. Nonetheless, the views keep piling into the channel, and the Patrons keep coming, and the donations keep coming, and the fact that I've only got $92 in the bank now, I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. Yeah, it's starting to get low. Yeah, I got some overdraft, but again, thanks to Helen and Debbie and people like you that have really basically allowed me to make YouTube videos all winter long, and that's all I want to do with my life. I'm 46 next month. I kind of want my retirement to I want to fight fire until my body gives out, and then I just want to talk weather and talk whatever the fuck I want to. Because I like talking. Okay. Hit like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and keep supporting me if you can. Even just coming back and watching videos, every time you do that, puts a couple cents in the pocket, right? Every time you're watching videos on my channel, going through old videos, it helps. It helps. Everything keeping those views up helps. I'm trying to make something happen here, and I'm not trying to do it I don't want to be rich or famous if I was trying to make money, I would truly stop talking about the New Age movement, because that lost me about 15 subscribers. People are like, "Oh, what do you got against crystals and Reiki?" Sorry, I'm a science show. What did you expect? I'm a humanist skeptic. I'm a rationalist. I'm gonna make episodes like that when I'm bored or triggered, or when Facebook just piles crap into my feed every day, and I'm like, I can't take any more of it. I gotta talk about it. Right? So, I mean, you get what you get here. I'm not going to get famous or rich doing what I do. I know that. So it's really, and that's not even my goal. My goal is to be genuine, to give truth, to give factual reporting, to give a take that you haven't heard before, and to express myself in a way that is therapeutic to me and my life and my being, and feeling like I'm doing something up here in the mountains to speak to the world and make it an impact, doing what little I can. Okay, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye now.